Hello guys, it has been a while since the last time I made videos, and anyways, welcome back again to this channel. My name is Ninyoman Sindudharma Patni. So in this video, I will deliver a speech about the thing that might be happening in lots in our environment. So if you are starting guessing, let's just start to the speech.
Biggest thing I want to tell you is that it's okay to struggle.
For anyone who is out there struggling, know that you're not alone. There's other people going through what you're going through too.
Being good to yourself. I think sometimes people don't give themselves permission to honor themselves and be good to themselves.
What you feel is real, and it matters.
The Honorable, my lecturer, and my friends, may God always give His blessings, and I hope everyone are in a good condition. So first of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Ninyoman Sindudharma Patni, and I am a student of English Language Department. And in this video, I will talk about how to cure depression and anxiety. So let me just start this speech with asking you to imagine yourself going out on the first time of college. You will feel excited, but also nervous. You will feel like a heartbeat, but in your stomach. There's something that holding you back, holding you from getting happy because you are afraid of getting happy, because when you feel that you are too happy, you think that something bad will happen. And you're starting to guessing, you're starting to wondering, is there anyone that wants to talk to me? Who should I talk to when I get in there? What if they think that I'm ugly? What if they think that I'm weird? When you arrive at your college and someone start talk to you, and then your mind and your heart start racing and pounding, you might be say that just relax, but you can, and it's getting worse, and your panic starting to arise. When you're surrounded by a lot of people, like in the public places, you will feel hot, nervous, and panic. Because of that, you're starting to ignore your word and isolate yourself, and it won't make you happy. If you feel like that, then you might have anxiety disorder, and every year it costs $4,200 to treat people with this mental illness. Anxiety can lead someone to depression, school dropout, and also suicide. It also makes us hard to focus, and it will impact on our job in the future. It also can lead us into the relationship breakdown. But what makes anxiety more dangerous is lots of people who have anxiety do not know that they have anxiety disorder. Lots of people think that anxiety is a weakness and they have to get over it. But anxiety is so much more than that. The reason why anxiety is dangerous is because lots of people are still confused about what is it. Is it mental health? Is it dangerous? Is it a weakness? Or is it just a normal sensation? It is very clear that we have to know the difference between normal anxiety and the anxiety disorder. A normal anxiety is the emotion that we all get. For example, like when you feel nervous when you have to face a snake and you start running from that snake, which is good because it protects us from the dangers, and it protects us and it helps us to face the emergencies in life. But when this anxiety emotion is taken to the extreme level, then that's when you might have anxiety disorder. Besides anxiety, there is also another mental illness that's still happening in our environment. Yes, that is depression. Depression and anxiety can occur at the same time, and in fact, it's been estimated that 45% people around the world with one mental health condition meet the criteria for two or more disorders. One study found that half trusted source of people, either anxiety or depression, have one another condition. Although each condition has its own causes, they might have shared the similar symptoms and treatments. You might be starting guessing what is the symptom of depression and anxiety, but what can I say is the anxiety can cause depression for the people who have it. So here is the symptom of depression. Feeling down, sad, or upset is normal. It can be concerning feeling that way for several days or weeks on end. So for the first one, I would like to tell you about the physical symptoms and behavioral changes that caused by depression. The first one is decreased energy, and then chronic fatigue or feeling sluggish frequently, difficulty to concentrating, making decision or recalling pains, acne, cramps, changes or weight, difficulty sleeping, waking early, and oversleeping. That is the physical symptom and behavior changes that caused by depression. So now I would like to tell you about the emotional symptom that caused by depression. The first one is loss of interest or no longer finding pleasure in any kind of activities. The second one is persistent feeling of sadness, anxiety or emptiness, anger, irritability, restless, feeling hopeless, guilty, experiencing or feelings of worthless, helplessness, and the last one is thought of death or suicide. So that is very, very dangerous. So that is all emotional symptoms of depression. So now we'll continue to the symptom of anxiety. Anxiety or fear or worry can happen to anyone from the time to time. It is not usual to experience anxiety before a big event or important decision. But chronic anxiety can be debilitating and lead you to the thought and fear that fight your daily life. So now we'll continue to the physical symptoms and behavior changes that caused by anxiety. The first one is feeling fatigue easily, difficulty to concentrating or recalling, muscle sensation, racing heart, grinding teeth, and sleep difficulties including problem falling asleep and restless and unsatisfying sleep. So that is all about the physical symptom and behavior changes that caused by anxiety. So now we'll move to emotional symptom of anxiety disorder. The emotional symptoms of anxiety include restlessness, irritability or feeling on edge, difficulty controlling your worry or fear, dread and panic. You know what's normal for you, and if you find yourself experiencing feelings or behavior that it's not typical or something seems off, this might be the sign that you need seek help from the healthcare provider. It is always better to talk to someone about what you're feeling and experiencing so that the treatment can begin early if it's necessary. There are 3 popular self-help tests for anxiety and depression. The first one is depression test and anxiety test. The second one is depression test. And the third one is anxiety test. Whatever kind of depression and anxiety you might be suffering for, there's always things that you can do to cure it, to lower it, to cope it. And those things are much simpler than you think if you are focused to try to fix what's wrong with your mental health. So what are the things that we can do to cure or to lower or to cope our mental illness and depression and anxiety? So let's just move to the things that we can do to fix our mental healthness. The first one is feeling like you're in the control of your life. Let me explain. Do you ever feel like it takes a lot or it takes lots of time for you to choose what to wear, what to eat, who wants you to date, or what's job that you want to take off? You might attend a lot of time to choose or to decide those things, but what you might do while nothing gets done? Nothing gets done if you always think about what you want to do or what you want to decide. If you face or you struggle with the things like that, all you have to do, just do it badly. The reason why you have to do this is it will make you quickly at taking decision and you straight into the action. Otherwise, you will spend hours or lots of hours just by confusing about the decision that you will make. Those things can be paralyzing and can make you afraid to even begin. All of us want protection, but never end up doing anything because the standards that we put to ourselves are too high and it stresses us out. So we delay to do something. Do it badly will freeze you to take action. So if you want to do something, just jump into it without worrying about the results, whether it's good or bad. The second one is allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and know that it's not your fault. Depression and anxiety disorders are medical conditions. They are not the result of failure or weakness. What you feel is the result of underlying causes and trigger. It's not the result of something you did or something you didn't do. Whenever you feel like you're down or you feel your anxiety or depression, just remember that that is not your fault. That is not your weakness. That is not your failure, and that is not the result of something you didn't do or you did. The next one that I can suggest is do something that you have control over. For example, like whenever you feel anxiety or depression, just try to something new. Just try to do something that you control it. For example, like making bed. You can making your bed or clean up your bedroom. So you have control in the activity. So you can have space to clear up your mind, and it will make you feel better. Besides just crying, sad, it's okay to crying, but it's better to try to do something else that won't make you feel sad anymore, right? The next one is you could always create morning, evening, or daily routine. Routine is sometimes helpful for people with anxiety and depression. This provides structure and a sense of control. It also allows you to create space in your day for self-care techniques that can help you to control your symptoms. For example, like you can make your morning routine starting by you wake up early and then doing yoga or meditation. It will help you to clear your mind every morning. So whenever you go to college or to your work, you will have fresh mind, and you will have a better days if you're starting doing yoga or meditation before you start to doing something. Next one is always try to stick to sleep at a sleep schedule. You try to always sleep for 7 until 8 hours a night, and more or less than that may complicate symptoms for both conditions, for your physical and emotional symptoms, for anxiety and depression. If you have enough hours of sleep, you will feel better and your body will fit again, and also your mind will fresh again. So it is very better to have a sleep schedule for 7 until 8 hours a night. The next one is try to eat food with lots of nutrition. I know that when you're feeling depressed or anxiety, you always feel like you want to reach food like pasta, pizza, fast food, or anything else, but that food is lack of nutrition. Just try to eat something that has lots of nutrition, such as veggies, fruits, meats, or wholes, nuts, or anything else that can give you lots of nutrition, so your body will fit and your mind will fresh. It also really helpful for your health. Try to do a light exercise such as jog or walk around the block or around your house. Exercise can be an effective treatment for depression and anxiety because it's natural mood booster and release feel-good hormones. But don't try to go to the gym, because when we are workout in the gym, it can trigger anxiety and fear. If that's the case for you, look for more natural ways such as jog and walk around the blocks or around your house to move, so you will feel better and good. The next one is try to do something that you know brings you comfort, such as the things that you like. It can be reading novels, watching a movie, reading magazine, or anything else. Just try to give your body or your emotion the things that you like, so you treat yourself for the things that you like and focus on it. Downtime is a great way to let your body rest. It can distract your brain with the things that bring you to anxiety and depression. So whenever you think that you are in a depression or anxiety, just try to focus on something that you like. Don't focus on something that you don't like, or the things that can make your anxiety and depression more bad or anything else. So just try to focus on something that you like. The next one is you can do something that relax your body and mind, such as meditation, yoga, and relaxation techniques can improve your quality of life and may reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Find an activity that feels right for you and you can practice regularly, such as yoga, meditation, breathing exercise, and massage. The next one is talk to someone that you trust. It can be your partner, your family, your brother, your sister, or your friends, or your best friends. And strong relationships are one of the best ways to help you feel better. Connecting with a friend or family member can provide a natural boost to your mood booster and let you find a reliable source of support and encouragement. So it's very important for you to talk to someone that you trust, because they will give support and positive advice for you if you are feeling anxiety and depression. So if you're feeling like that, just talk to someone that you trust. And the last thing that you can do to cure or to cope or to lower your anxiety and depression is you have to forgive yourself. People in anxiety and depression spending much of their time thinking about the things that they are doing wrong, their worries, and how bad they are feeling. People with anxiety and depression will do this to themselves all day long, and they are not kind to themselves. If you want to stop this, or if you want to stop your mental illness from depression and anxiety, maybe it's the time for you to start being kind to yourself. Start to support yourself, and a way to do this is you have to forgive yourself for every single mistake you have made, whether those mistakes are the mistakes you made few seconds ago, a few minutes ago, or for every single things that you made in your life. If you want success to do this, your life will be more calm, peaceful, and everything will be better. So forgive yourself for everything and anything. And remember, if you always feel like you done wrong and you have no something to expect from life, just remember that life will always have something to expect from you. And life will always want you to live in it and start your journey for being a better person from you to you. So that is all that I can conclude. I hope that the audience can be motivated. I'm Sindhu Dharma Patni. Until next time, bye.